Welcome to the Minnesota Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for being here. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You don't need to wait until a certain institution is presenting to ask the question. Go ahead and use that Q&A function throughout the entire event today. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. Keep in mind that this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions that look interesting to you. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Minnesota. All right, I'm now going to turn it over to our presenters for them to share about their institutions, and we are going to kick it off with Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. Whenever you're ready.
Hello, my name is Josh Cleveland from Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. Glad to have you with us tonight and glad to be able to share a little bit about Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. I'm going to share my screen here. Well, Jeannie, would you be able to confirm that you can see some pictures?
Yeah, we see your screen. It's just not in present mode.
Exactly. And the Zoom is blocking that.
Oh, so it looks to me like your mouse is hovering right on the correct button if you want to
okay.
push.
Let's try the web version of it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to scroll through a few pictures just to give you an idea of where we're at. We are 2 hours north of Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're about a half hour away from Duluth, Minnesota. We're right off 35. And we are a tribal college and a state community college joined together. So some of the pictures that you're going to see here highlight the beauty of the campus. We're located on 40 acres of pine trees. Our entire building is in the shape of a thunderbird. And this would be our main commons area. We do a welcome feast at the beginning of each semester. Some of the programs we offer: law enforcement. Another hands-on program would be nursing. We have a fine arts degree. GIS, which is Geographic Information System. That has the opportunity of partnering with NASA for a 6-week summer internship. We've got human services, which if you think of pre-social work, working with others, this would be your first 2 years. The nice thing with all these programs, you have the opportunity to start working after just 2 years of college, as you then consider if you want to go on and pursue extended training at a 4-year university. Got great science. A lot of students start off with an environmental science focus, but you could go into biology, chemistry, medicine. We do offer the Ojibwe language in all 4 levels, and then you can receive your certificate and then take that into the schools and teach. We've got an elementary education as well as a childhood development program. So first 2 years towards that extended degree. And we have a multimedia productions degree, which if you think of marketing, business, figuring out ways to utilize technology to share a story. And that includes some work in the recording studio where we're actually able to bring in elders as well and share stories in both English and Ojibwe. And final program would be the electric utility technology. It's a 2-year hands-on degree, great job potential, And it's one of those that you could take really anywhere in the US. Some programs are kind of specific to regions. Others, there's opportunity nationwide. So a few other pictures. I mentioned that welcome feast at our school. When you hear the drum, there's a really good chance that there's some food involved in a celebration. And we love getting to know our students. You get the Thunder Deli. And we do have on-campus housing. It's apartment style. So you do share a bedroom with one other person, but then you've got your own kitchen, bathroom, and it's real convenient because it's right on campus. And a lot of students like to continue playing the sport that they played in high school. We've got football, basketball, men's and women, and volleyball. And so that's a great way to have friends on campus right away and just continue to enjoy what you've done. Maybe you're thinking about coaching. Playing college athletics is a great way to continue to gain experience. This is what the gym looks like, celebrating our graduation each spring. It's a rewarding thing to see students come in. Maybe they've got a dream, maybe unsure of what that dream is, but students know they want to pursue something at college. And then a few years passes and to be able to see and celebrate the success and the work that high school students transitioning into college have made. And research shows that getting involved in clubs is a great way to be successful at college. And so these are some of the different clubs on campus, including an art club and a newspaper, the Environmental Institute, where you can tackle things outdoors like gardening, snowshoeing. That recording studio is open for individual projects as well, if you want to get involved in podcasting or YouTubing. And there's just always fun things on campus as well as support. There may be folks watching and you might say, well, I'm not sure if I'm ready for college. The answer is if you are interested in furthering your options, there are so many supports and ways that you can be successful. And so that can be getting involved in study groups, tutoring sessions, all sorts of neat things like that. One last thing that I will share, and that is when considering college, I would encourage you to consider the location, the town where the college is surrounded, and see if it's a good fit for you. There's a variety of colleges with different sized towns, and every college has a different feel. So we serve just under 1,000 students, and so that gives it a unique personal feel. Everybody's looking for different things, and so you owe it to yourself to go on that college tour, reach out to the admissions professionals. It's our job to dream with you and to see if our college might be a good fit and share as much information as we can. Times like this, we get a short 5-6 minutes. If we hop on a Zoom call or over a telephone, then we'll get the chance to go more in depth. So thank you for joining us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. We are now going to hear from McGill University whenever you are ready.
Yeah, I think I just need the other screen or, right, okay, here we go. I hope you can see my slides now. Yeah, all right, I'm seeing a nod of approval. So I am the Canadian University Infiltrator here. I'm happy to be here and happy to share some of the Canadian experience if you are looking to or have an international experience in your university, or maybe you're a Canadian citizen, you're interested in coming back north for education. As was just mentioned, these types of events are definitely about finding the right fit. So a lot of universities offer a lot of different things, or sometimes even the same things. So it's really about finding the right town, as was mentioned, and Montreal can definitely be a place for you. One thing that we do pride ourselves on for sure is our long history. And what that means is alumni all over the place. Of course, a lot of Canadian universities give you the opportunity to continue working after you finish your undergraduate degree, but a lot of students either return home where they're from, or they have so many other career opportunities. They explore the rest of North America, Europe, Asia for work opportunities. And we do even have a contact in Minnesota from McGill. So a lot of hotspots around the world where our connections never end, and it really helps for the career building that starts after you graduate. But in terms of before that, getting ready for the actual undergraduate experience, One thing, and I'm sure, you know, for some people this might be a shocking thing, but you're already ready for the weather. You understand how cold it can get. Montreal is pretty similar to the Minnesota weather, so it's not too bad. But what I will say, just being in Montreal, this is a city that's designed for young adults. It's designed for students. We have over 200,000 students in the city itself from different schools. And being there yourself gives you a chance to participate in all the activities and the events that are organized for people like you, young adults who are exploring the city sometimes for the first time, or even who are experiencing new things as you just travel around within the city. So whether it's winter, whether it's summer, the first few weeks we have a fall and spring, both of them. So there's definitely a lot of activities for everybody to enjoy the city. Just to give you an idea of the campus and the university itself, you may not know this, we do have two campuses. So we have our McDonald campus and our downtown Montreal campus. They're both on the island. Depending on what you study is where you will spend most of your time, and I'll talk about those programs. And in terms of just traveling around North America or abroad as well, Montreal is pretty much a hub city in terms of transportation. So whether you're going by car, by flying, planes, trains, everything, you have that opportunity of getting back home if you have to pretty quickly, or exploring other major cities that are nearby Montreal. To give you an idea of the downtown campus, so most of our students will spend their time here. You see the number there, about 26,000 students are undergrad students. It's right downtown Montreal. It's a combination of old and new buildings that look like Google rooms. We have offices and facilities for our high-tech science courses, engineering courses. You know, we are our history is being a medical facility, and so we are connected to hospitals as well with the high-tech labs that are needed there. But of course, that old touch of just ancient buildings as well, but it's just a gorgeous opportunity to explore. And you can kind of see how Montreal has grown around the campus. So you can kind of see the advantage of the fact that we are the only green space around, you know, so if you want to relax, you want to lie on the field, some of the pictures that I've shown already highlight that. You know, you're free from cars, so it's easy and it's safe for our students. But if you want to get that downtown experience of seeing a city, you don't have to go very far. A lot of our residences and our apartments, you know, even though guaranteed residences is there for first-year students, after that, you're pretty much encouraged, and it is quite affordable to find apartments on your own or with friends, but you're really going to be around the campus. You don't have to go too far. And then our McDonald campus, which is our agricultural and environmental science programs, it's a bit smaller, so about 2,000 students. So it means smaller class sizes, a lot more hands-on learning. You know, if you're interested in being a nutritionist, dietitian, you know, bioresource engineering, there are a lot of opportunities there, but we get you out in the field because that's what those programs are all about. So we want to get you that experience. So you can kind of see, depending on the faculty that you'll belong to, that's where you'll spend most of your time. Both campuses have their own residences, so you don't have to worry about traveling too far. You can be pretty close to your school. You do have to apply directly to a faculty. There's no general application for your first year, so it is good to know that. So you do belong to a faculty immediately once you start. And one thing I do want to show, and because maybe it might create a second opportunity for some of you, depending on the interests that you have, we have a lot of programs that are offered in multiple faculties. So because our faculties have different prerequisites, different requirements to be admitted, maybe you didn't take the right courses in high school, or maybe you've recently developed new interests in things. You still have a chance to study some of this material at McGill if you fall into this category. So this is one thing I really like to highlight for our students, that you have sort of a second chance to study something if maybe you've learned a bit more of your own interests throughout high school. These deadlines don't really change, so it's good to take note of them. January 15th is our deadline for all international applicants. So I just want you to note that. It's not based on your citizenship status. It's really based on what your school is. So being in the US, January 15th is the day to know. We have scholarships and financial aid, and I'm happy to share links in the chat as well for international students. So definitely take note of that and to apply in time. In terms of the application, it might be the simplest application. It's all online. It's directly through our website. We really just focus on grades. And I do want to just confirm for fall 2022, we are test optional. So if you have haven't had the chance to do your ACT or SATs, you have the opportunity to file a form to not have to submit those, but take a look at our website for more information. And I'll just end with the opportunity, if you want to visualize yourself on either of our campuses, we do have our virtual campus tour at uvisit.com. So definitely take an opportunity, take the advantage that gives. And to join our Instagram page, best place to get information and to know when future events are taking place. On that note, thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, McGill University. We are going to head now to Southwest Minnesota State University. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. My name is Charlotte Wally, and I'm an admissions counselor at Southwest Minnesota State University. Since our time together is so brief, I just want to highlight a few things about SMSU that we're really proud of that maybe make us stand out a little bit. And then what I really want to do is direct you to some resources on our website that will help you get to know SMSU better and explore the kinds of opportunities that we can offer you as a student. So first, we were ranked this year as the safest campus in Minnesota. We're really proud of that. So we're a campus of about 2,200 students, very small, close-knit community. We talk a lot about the Mustang family and the fact that our students, because of our small class sizes and the attention from staff, they really feel like they're getting a lot of personal attention. They're getting that home away from home feeling. The city of Marshall has about 15,000 people. So again, small, rural, close-knit community that's has a great relationship with the college and is very good at, very loyal with our students, very family oriented. So that's a really nice environment as well. We're also ranked 7th in the nation for affordability. So we're very proud of the fact that we can offer 4-year bachelor's degrees, as well as a handful of master's degrees to students at a really affordable price. So we cost about $18,000. That's tuition, fees, room and board for the year. But we don't stop there. We're really committed to making sure that students have the option to pursue a 4-year degree at a price that really feels affordable to them. So we offer both academic and merit-based scholarships as well as financial aid. And we're always looking for ways that we can partner with folks to offer those kinds of scholarship dollars to different student populations. I will also mention that SMSU is test optional as well. And we were test optional before the pandemic and will continue to be test optional. So a test score can certainly help you to be eligible for scholarships, but can never hurt you. Another thing we like to talk about is our post-graduation employment rates. We're really proud of our ability to help our students get into the workforce or take whatever the next necessary step is for them. And because of that, we've established something called the Mustang Promise. So over the last 6 or 7 years, we've been surveying our graduates, and we've found that 99% of them are employed or have gone on and taken that next step of schooling within 6 months of graduation, which is huge. We're really, really proud of that. And maybe even more exciting is the fact that 97% of them have a job in the field they studied for. So you spend all this time, you spend all this money on a college degree. We really want that to have been the thing that springboarded you into the field that you wanted to go into. And we've had really great success with that. So we've made a promise to our students, the Mustang Promise, that they will get a job or be in that next level of schooling within 6 months of graduation, or we will pay for their first semester of graduate school back at SMSU. And we have 5 master's programs, including a master's of business administration and a master's in education. So while we don't have a breadth of master's programs, we do have master's programs that are really very versatile and can help students, again, springboard into kind of wherever they think they need to head next to flesh out their resume. So those are just 3 things that we're proud of that we wanted to mention tonight. But you know, as you probably already heard, it's all about getting to know the campus for yourself, engaging in those conversations. We know that right now it's not a possibility for everyone to visit campus. So I would encourage you all to go on our website, smsu.edu, and check out our virtual campus experience. It's a scrolling banner on the top, and when you click in, there'll be a whole archive of videos you can check out so you can hear from students, alumni, faculty, and staff about their experiences on campus, as well as resources and spaces that are available to you as a student. You also find a 5-minute virtual campus tour video that you can check out. It's very nice, as well as an interactive campus map. So then you can go at your own pace, check out videos, pictures, blurbs about the different spaces on campus and which buildings they're housed in. So I'd highly recommend that as a first step. And then please do think about coming to visit us when you feel able and when it feels safe for you. We are open now with safety measures for individual visits throughout the week, 9 to 3 o'clock. We do also host a series of open houses throughout the year, not quite once a month, as well as some different Saturday events. So whether you want to come for a quick visit, maybe before a football game or a basketball game that we host, or you want to come for a longer day, I would encourage you to come to campus. We would love to show you the dorms, treat you to a meal in our cafeteria, connect you with faculty or coaches that you want to get to know and learn more about those opportunities at SMSU. And when you come, you'll find one of the exciting unique attributes of SMSU, which is that we have an interconnected campus. So you do have to sprint from your dorm, but once you get into the rest of campus, all of our buildings are connected with links and tunnels and sky bridges. So you never have to go back outside. So from breakfast with your friends to class, to studying, to your work study job, to working out in the fitness center, all day you can stay inside. You don't have to put your coat back on. And when you live in the plains of Minnesota in the winter, that is a really nice perk. So we like to joke that it's always sunny and 73 at SMSU. We would love for you to come and experience that for yourself and meet the Mustang family. If you do have further questions, my colleague Matt Subi and I will be here. We're happy to answer questions in the chat. You can also find us, all of the admission counselor information on our website. The state of Minnesota is broken up, so you can check on the website for which admissions counselor is your person. And we would love for you to reach out by text or by email and connect with us and see what opportunities we can connect you with and answer questions we can answer. So thank you all so much. I look forward to connecting with you soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much to SMSU. We are now going to head to University of Denver.
And let me get my screen up here for you. Always takes just a moment. There we go. Excellent. Whoops, hang on. Stop share. I gotta grab something else. Hang on just a second.
You're good.
Pop that up.
While you're pulling it up, I'll just remind everyone, I put it in the chat, but the Q&A function is open. We would love to receive your questions for any and all of our presenters at any time.
Okay, let's see if I can do this again. Oh, and I keep losing part of my screen. I apologize. Let me try one more time.
It looks good on our end.
Except I've lost part that I need to see here. So I'm going to do this a different way. Okay, hang on. All right, can you see that?
Yes,
Okay, so it says University of Denver?
it sure does.
All right, excellent. Sorry about that technical difficulty, everybody. Every platform is just a little bit different, but my name is Jen Gross. I'm the Midwest Regional for the University of Denver, and I'm so happy that you could be here with us today. It's exciting to start this process, and I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the University of Denver. We are a private medium-sized school located in Denver, Colorado. And let's see. I think I have to do that. So we are less than a 2-hour flight from Minneapolis and about a 14-hour drive by car. Campus is 8 miles south of downtown, and Denver itself is about 2.5 to 3 million in population. Number 2 tech city in the United States. It's one of the top cities for young adults. It's also one of the healthiest cities in the US, and you have all the government agencies located there. And as you can see from the photo, off to the left side, the Rocky Mountains are there. That is our own backyard. Over 70% of our students are going to complete an internship, and having such a robust city contributes to our students' opportunity to participate in those internships in their own backyard. And not just there, but also worldwide. US News and World Report has us ranked 80th among national universities. Denver boasts 300 days of sunshine a year. That's a lot more than California or Florida. And when it snows in Denver, because of the altitude being the mile-high city, it melts by like noon or 1 o'clock. It's the oddest thing for us Midwesterners. There's little to no humidity, which means no mosquitoes and very few bugs in Denver. So you have about 14,000 total students, and that includes our graduate and our PhD students, but we have 5,700 undergrads. And that means it's a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio with an average class size of about 22. And one of our oddest figures, 99.9% of our undergraduate classes are taught by professors. That 0.1 is music lessons taught in our Lamont School of Music by teaching assistants. So DU is a medium-sized school with small school attributes. We have 18 NCAA Division I varsity sports, and that includes our new women's triathlete program. Oops, I'm trying to move that screen again. Let's see here. So 29% of our students are from the state of Colorado, and that means most of our students are from out of state. I work with students primarily in the Midwest. I have Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois. So 20% of last year's newly enrolled freshmen were from the Midwest. We require freshmen and sophomores to live on campus with guaranteed housing, and our campus itself is about 150 acres, which means it's really walkable. It's a little bit residential and a little bit urban flair. So if Chipotle is a requirement, the first one ever built is 3 blocks off campus. Students can get around that whole Denver metropolitan area with the light rail and the buses because those are free for our students. And that even includes trips out to the airport. So at DU, you're going to find over 100 different areas of academic studies. Our largest area is business, and they offer about 5 new 4+1 undergrad grad programs throughout the Daniels College of Business. And that includes finance, business analytics, management, marketing, real estate, and the built environment. The next largest major for us is going to be the biology. So things that include ecology, biodiversity, pre-med, sustainability, and new majors like physiology in health and disease, or a new minor like human health science and systems. So next one would be engineering and computer science, including one of the oldest gaming programs in the US. And our international studies program is ranked 6th in the world, and it includes things like public policy, diplomacy, homeland security, and not-for-profit. The Lamont School of Music offers over 300 performances a year, and their forte is jazz studies. I would round out the remaining top majors with psychology, communications, journalism, media studies, and we are one of 16 colleges and universities that actually offers a 6-year law degree. In June 2019, our graduates, 90% of them were employed or enrolled in that next level of education within 6 months of graduation. So there are 3 areas that make DU unique. One of those areas is our quarter system. We are one of about 100 schools that operate on a quarter system. So while we have 4 quarters, we only require 3 of them, everything except summer. Quarters are 10 weeks long with a 6-week winter break. We offer 4 classes per quarter, and so students are going to take 12 to 18 classes per year. What does that mean over a 4-year period of time? It means that students are going to take about 30% more classes than a student at a quarter system like DU than on a semester system. So this is great for students that are coming in undeclared or undecided, which is about 33% of our students. But it's also great for those that have majors in mind or have developed majors into their sophomore or junior year, able to complement things. So you can get multiples. It's not uncommon for our students to graduate with double majors, triple majors, majors and double or triple minors, and even additional concentrations. With over another area that I would say that makes DU unique is our undergraduates are able to actually do research, and over 200 undergraduates will participate in some sort of research opportunity a year, including our Partners in Scholarship program. And this program allows our undergraduates to actually present a proposal to faculty and be given funding to work on their project for an entire year with a faculty member who's assisting them, and they will publish their findings and present their findings at a symposium. And this is across all of our academic disciplines. And then our next area is going to be our Sharington Global Scholars Program. We are in the top of the top 10 study abroad programs, but our Sharington program is really unique because it's specific for DU. Students that have a 3.0 GPA going into junior or senior year at the University of Denver are able to study abroad at no additional cost than what you pay per quarter. So while other schools are on a semester system overseas and we have articulation agreements with them, our students will leave usually mid-July and then come back in mid-December having a full quarter's worth of classes taught at a semester system. So I know my time is up, but also there is a QR code that you can use up at the top. My best advice for you is to keep your balance as you continue on with your junior year going into your senior year. And I wish you the best on your college search and hope to find DU among your college choices. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, University of Denver. We are going to hear now from the University of North Dakota. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. I'm from the University of North Dakota. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm just going to kind of start us off with some just general information about the university. We are located in Grand Forks, North Dakota. From the Twin Cities region, it's about 4 to 5 hours, depending on which side of the cities you are coming from. It's that happy medium distance away, far enough away from home where you feel like you're away and you can enjoy yourself, but not too close where, mom and dad might be popping in every weekend or something like that. We are the only medical school and law school in the state of North Dakota, and we are a research-based university. To give you an idea of what classes are like and what areas of study are most popular, we have a very large and robust school of aerospace. So we are known for our commercial aviation program. For professional flight, we have unmanned aircraft systems, we have atmospheric sciences, air traffic control, aviation management. This is a very big and growing field and a very, very hands-on area of study. We have a large school of engineering and mines. We have 7 different engineering programs. Some unique ones are our petroleum. We have 2 computer sciences, including software, game design, and cybersecurity. We have electrical, then mechanical, geological. The whole thing is a really great experience for our students and another really great hands-on learning opportunity. We have many pre-health professions. So if you're looking into going into dentistry or going to be a pharmacist, athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy, we have pre-health professions that will get you on the track to make sure that you have all the required courses in order for you to apply to our School of Medicine or to apply to your desired, chiropractic school or pharmacist school. So we'll make sure that you are prepared and ready to go and be a competitive candidate. We have a very large school of business, and then we have a very competitive nursing program. Those are some of our top programs that most of our students in the region are coming for. I would say 2 things that make the University of North Dakota stand out are our faculty and our hands-on philosophy. So our faculty, 94% of them hold their highest degree. It's a very close-knit community. The faculty are probably the most genuine, approachable people I have ever met. They really want our students to succeed, and they want them to feel like they have the skills and the knowledge to be prepared professionals after they graduate. So if you ever have questions about homework or finding an internship or needing another opportunity in the classroom, like they will honestly bend over backwards for you and really help you get to the things that you need. The university also really values hands-on education. So if you are the type of learner who likes to be moving and doing and experimenting and things like that, we're going to get you into projects, research. You're going to be flying your first semester of your freshman year and doing all these really cool types of experiments and labs right away your freshman year. We really value students understanding their major earlier rather than later. And it's really easy to double major, pick up a minor at UND, and still graduate within those 4 years. In terms of getting involved, we have lots of opportunities, as many of the other institutions have explained. Some of our most unique ones are if you are involved in any like performing arts, choir, band, anything like that, you do not have to be that major to participate in those different performances and groups. We have Army and Air Force ROTC. Our Greek life chapters are very big and known here at UND. And then we are a Division I athletics school. So we have our most popular, which is our men's hockey program. We also have football, men's and women's basketball, and our volleyball program is very popular as well. So lots of opportunities for you to get involved and feel like a sense of connection and belonging here at UND. Dorm life, we have 2 options for our incoming freshmen. We have a community cluster, which is like a classic dorm many universities have. And then the other option, which is by far the most popular, is our suite style. So this is an option where you will have a roommate, you'll have a bed, a desk, a wardrobe, but instead of sharing your bathroom with the entire floor, you actually have your own private bathroom that you share with the room next door to you. So this is no additional cost. It's the same exact price as the other option, but you have the added bonus of a private bathroom. The university is getting some really nice facelifts. I like to say we have a lot of really great construction going on campus, especially if you're a junior, you will be coming to UND at a really good time. We're getting a brand new student union this fall, which will have a rooftop terrace, a full Chick-fil-A, a Starbucks, a Panda Express that you can use your dining dollars at. Our library got updates. We're getting a brand new business school the fall of 2022. And we're getting brand new dorms, and that we're breaking ground on that this summer. So if you're a junior, come to UND. We've got some really great new and updated buildings going on. Just to kind of wrap up real quick, we are looking for just a 2.75 GPA. You can apply online at the Common App or on our webpage at und.edu. Thanks.
Thank you so much, UND. We are going to have our last presentation of the event today, and we're going to hear from Drake University whenever you're ready.
Perfect. I will share my screen. Perfect. Okay, so my name is Lauren. I am one of the admission counselors here on campus. We're located in Des Moines, Iowa. So you will get to know a little bit more about Drake University. First, the hottest commodity at Drake is Griff 2. He's our live mascot. He's hanging around campus. He's always kind of playing dress up and always definitely available for a selfie. So he's kind of one of the most fun things and unique things about Drake is having that live mascot at sporting events or just around campus too. A little bit about our makeup of university. So we are considered a mid-sized university. We have just under 3,000 undergrad students and then about 1,500 graduate students. So it's kind of nice, you'll really get to know your academic cohort and the other peers within your major or degree program. But you'll see unfamiliar faces and have the chance to meet a lot of different people walking into the dining hall or from class to class or doing other activities around campus as well. We do have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and then the average class size is about 21. So some of your intro classes might be 60 students, 70 students, but certainly no 300 person lecture halls by any means. And then all of our classes are taught by professors. So you are learning from your professor, and then our advisors are also professors. So you spend a lot of time and really get to know your advisor particularly, and they serve as a really good networking tool when you're looking for a letter of recommendation or a reference for any internships within the city, and then post-graduation for job search as well. We do offer over 140 different student organizations, anywhere from service and leadership or academic related organizations, obviously intramurals, sport clubs. We are Division I athletics as well. So if you are involved in sports and still kind of want to be competitive when you head to college, we do have intramurals or clubs for you to be involved in too. The Drake Relays is one of our longest standing traditions. It's one of our most fun traditions that the students partake in. The picture on the right is our street painting. And so if you come to campus, you'll see the streets or sidewalk that's in the middle of campus. And each student organization is responsible for decorating one of those squares. And then by the end of the day, it just turns into a big street paint fight. On the left, obviously, is the actual Drake Relays and kind of the purpose of the event. So high school, college, and Olympic athletes actually come to little old Des Moines, Iowa, and run and compete in the Drake Relays, which occurs pretty much every April, obviously, except for last year, but definitely one of the most fun traditions that Drake holds. My favorite stat about Drake is that nearly 70% of our students are from out of state. And so, you'll come to Drake and have the opportunity to meet a variety of people from different backgrounds and upbringings and experiences. So right now we have undergrads from 44 different states and 37 different countries. And then on the right side, you can also see our alumni base and how strong it is. So, You know, if you want to go to a different state for the summer to have an internship, we certainly have a Bulldog alum who can connect you and put you in touch with that company and kind of get you started with that internship and gain really good experience through that way. As I mentioned earlier, we are located in Des Moines. We are about 3.5 hours south of Minneapolis, just right off of I-35 South. Des Moines has a population of about 600,000. And so I always kind of like to say that Des Moines gives you the best of both worlds in a sense that we offer you like the good city life without the hustle and bustle and some of the headaches that city life can bring you. So within Des Moines, we have a bunch of different art festivals and music festivals. Drake the rapper actually came to Drake University, which is kind of cool. A bunch of different restaurants that are also kind of unique to Des Moines alone. So like Zombie Burger and Drake Diner, but then also some of those chain restaurants that are a little more popular and well-known around the country as well. We actually have the second best farmers market in the United States, so right behind Seattle. So our farmers market, I always like to say, is kind of like the college vibe, right? There's food vendors, there's street vendors, there's food trucks. So it's not just your typical produce that you might think of, but it's much more a fun vibe and upbeat vibe that you can go be a part of as well. The professional side of Des Moines offers our students a lot of unique opportunities in internships to really beef up your resume prior to that job search. So as you can see, this is kind of just a few examples of the different places and companies that our students are able to intern with. And 92% of our professors hold the highest degree in their program, or they have had 12 years of experience. And so with those years of experience, they bring those connections and networks and the people that they know around, not just the city of Des Moines, but also the country and these different CEOs, presidents, and those different roles as well. With those internships, our students leave Drake more prepared, which allows them to easier, I guess, get employed or enroll in grad school. So for our class of 2020, 95.5% of our students were either employed or enrolled in grad school 6 months after graduation, which we thought was pretty cool because even in the middle of a pandemic, our students are still getting jobs and still pursuing the degree that they came to Drake for. With that brief information and overview of Drake, I want to jump into the application process a little bit. So we have a couple different ways to apply. Both of them are free. We have always been test optional as well. So we do have the test score, but also the option of either an interview or submitting an essay. One unique thing, 100% of our students do earn a scholarship. So that's anywhere from $21,000 to $25,000. Otherwise, we have a plethora of other scholarships too. Unique is the tuition guarantee. I'm going fast, Jeannie. So for all of your undergraduate years, you are guaranteed the same tuition that you came into Drake as. So your presidential scholarship retains the same value that you entered Drake to. We think you're going to love it here. And that's kind of Drake in a nutshell. If you have more questions, we are available for on-campus visits, and we have a ton of virtual programs running too. So feel free to go to drake.edu and kind of check out the rest of Drake too.
Great. Thank you so much, Drake University. We are going to close out today's event with a very quick Q&A portion. I'm going to ask all of our presenters to join me on video here, and I'm going to ask all of them the same question, which is, what advice would you give someone through the college search process? I'm going to give each of our representatives a chance to answer this question, and we're going to go in the same order, starting Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. Take it away.
Sure. So my advice for you is take yourself seriously and let your dreams be the motivation in the dreaming process right now, but also through your completion process. Much like running a marathon or doing some other long distance event, there's going to be moments of fun and there's going to be moments that require your endurance. Having that dream as your motivation from day one all the way till graduation will really help you.
Great advice. Thank you. McGill University, what is your advice?
It's tough to follow up that one. I'll just say very quickly, talk to current students, talk to them. They give you the best and the most honest opinions about everything. So talk to them, find access, Google, social media, you can find them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure universities would be happy to put folks in contact too if they need help finding current students. Let's see, Southwest Minnesota State University, what's your advice?
I would say really take advantage of your admissions counselors. With rare exception, I would say that we consider ourselves, support resources for you and not gatekeepers. So we want to help you in the process. We know that it's confusing. We know that it's overwhelming. So ask those questions. Reach out to us if you can't find it or you're unsure. We went through the process. We know that it can be stressful and we want to alleviate that for you. So really take advantage of us.
Fantastic advice. Thank you. University of Denver?
As Charlotte just said, this could be stressful, but it's only as stressful as you allow it to be. I think it's really important to do your homework and research those schools. The hardest part is, finding that fit, finding a place that's going to offer you the educational opportunities in an environment you're going to be comfortable in. And sometimes it's hard to explain to parents that that's what you want. This is why you want to go to a school, because it's just a feeling and it's not the word. So I really encourage you to keep your balance about what you're doing. Do your research and keep your balance with academics as well right now. We do want you to finish with a flourish. So if you find yourself a little bit over challenged, it's okay to drop down and maintain that GPA. So just be kind to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice. And parents and very few people know what it's like to go through this process during a pandemic too, right? So you're going through unique times. All right, let's see. University of North Dakota, what's your advice?
So I always encourage my students when they visit to write a list out that you feel like you want out of your next 4 years. What experiences do you want? What type of campus feel do you want? What do you want your academics to feel like? Do you want to go to a smaller school or a bigger school? If you write down all of the things that you want to experience in those next 4 years, I think it's really going to help you look and have that lens when you're going and touring different schools.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we are going to have Drake University close this question out for us.
Perfect. I think my biggest advice would be to visit, which is kind of hard in the middle of a pandemic. But I also think that it's hard to picture yourself at the university and living in the city that the university is located in if you haven't actually stepped foot on campus. And so that would be my biggest advice. And obviously, if you are looking at universities that are further away, so you can't visit, then kind of really getting to know them in the virtual space, and then hopefully figuring out a way to get on campus and actually visit too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We are so fortunate to have this expert panel here with us and sharing their advice. And I want to thank not only our panelists, but everyone who has joined us here or caught the recording at a later date. So just so you know, when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide us about today's event. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions that look of interest. And then in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Minnesota. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.